Yeah, what a big game coming up. I mean, I think this may end up being, I could totally see this being a game that we look back at the end of the year and it was the biggest game in the league for the season. And also wouldn't be shocked if it ends up being a rematch of the Big 12 championship. I think Utah, Texas Tech, and Iowa State look like the kind of the top tier of this league. And I think right behind that group is TCU. That, if you wanted to lump them into the top four, I would have no problem with that either. But Texas Tech really hasn't been tested to this point in the season. I mean, their non-conference was about as easy as it gets, while also facing a couple FBS teams that were in there. But we're going to learn a lot about them in this game, and I think the number one thing that I'm looking for, the Texas Tech defensive line, that they went out and spent a lot of money in the portal to bring in some of these pieces. How do they look against Devin Dampier, who is as a +1 runner, one of the top quarterbacks in the country running the football, ran for over 1,100 yards a year ago at New Mexico. And I think if Texas Tech's defense can make Dampier one-dimensional, is such a coach-speaky way of saying this, but you got to get Dampier to obvious passing downs and make him deliver the football downfield. If Utah is staying ahead of the sticks and getting into 3rd and short and 4th and 1 situations, Utah is going to stay on the field on offense. And that's kind of a worst-case scenario for Texas Tech. They need to win first down, not let the +1 running game for Dampier get going, because if it does, I think that's where Utah wins this game.